All right. Hey everybody, my name is Dan Jones, also known as Mesh Man, and I'm basically doing my first live video. And the ones that I've been watching, people usually been doing some kind of demo, showing you examples of how to like make wreaths or bows or something like that. But I'm still perfecting the craft, so I'm just going to spend this first live video just talking about exactly why I decided to do what I'm doing. So yeah, making wreaths. What made me decide to go in this direction? Well, my wife Becky, we were talking after a hard, long day of work, and we were just trying to think of things that we could do for ourselves, like a business or just some kind of idea that just get out of that everyday grind. And we came across this before a few years back. I tried caricatures. For those who don't know, my background is in art, so I wanted to try to make some money doing something I love to do. So we got our heads together, we made business cards, we did everything you can think of, and we went out there. I just jumped out there and saw what could happen. And, I made some cash here and there and got my name out there a little bit, did weddings and some parties and whatnot, but it just didn't get the momentum that I wanted to go. It was like far and in between. And then even towards the end, I got connected with a event planner, a husband and wife group, and they started giving me more jobs almost every weekend, sometimes even during the week, and it was awesome, but still, it only went so far, and then they, unfortunately, for whatever reason, went out of business, so I no longer had a job, so I had to go back to the 9 to 5. So, again, after years of frustrations and whatnot, and it was funny because the job that I'm in now, which is recycling computer parts, the people that I work with are awesome. Real laid back guys. There's only like a handful of us there. Easy to talk to, we just, whatever, shoot the breeze, we get the work done. But at the end of the day, I had to realize the kind of person that I was. And the kind of person that I am is someone who does not like to do things that I'm not passionate about. And I know there's tons of people out there, the majority of people out there, who go to work every day to a job that they may not love because they have to pay bills, they gotta take care of the kids, they gotta do what they gotta do. And that's perfectly fine. Nothing wrong about that, and I'm not knocking anybody for doing it. If anything, I respect you more for being willing to put your own feelings aside, take care of what's important. But I can just say for myself that, thank God I'm in a position in my life right now where I can step back from that life and dive into something new. And again, I was going back and forth with my wife after a bad day at work, and she, we were going, well, we could do this and that. I can do my art again. She could do this. We can come together. And she just said, Wreaths, and my wife is somewhat of a self-proclaimed interior decorator. Everybody who sees our apartment or whenever she gives somebody some kind of advice, they seem to really like it. So when she said wreaths, I thought that was, no, I'll be honest. At first I thought it was annoying. I didn't want to do it. I thought it was goofy. I thought only old women did it, and why would I want to put myself in that kind of position? And then, again, going back to knowing yourself, and I was just thinking about the kind of job that I wanted to be in, the kind of business that I want to have. And I've been currently reading this book that goes over like business and small business starting up and what you need to do and how to help yourself. And one of the things towards the end of this book that they're talking about is your primary aim. And it's basically like in life. What do you want out of life? And a lot of people, when it comes to business, they think about what when they're when they're thinking about their business, it's more about like what the product they're selling, how to get it out, is it going to make money or not. And the truth of it is, it's not about the product of the business, it's about the business itself. It's about you taking a part of yourself and putting it out there. That's what you're selling. And the thought of that, and then I put that with what my wife was saying about, the whole reef thing and knowing myself. And I'm a pretty laid back guy, so, I wanted something not easy, but just something that wasn't really hectic. I also wanted something that took some creativity, and I wanted something that I can have a firm foundation on. And reefs just seemed like a really good place to start that at. And I thought, let's look at this and see what can really come of it. And I thought it was, I looked at all the different reefs out there. She looked up some, and we really, diving into this thing, doing some research. And there are some really talented people out there. I mean, I just gotta give it to you all. There are people that have been doing this since they were little kids. Like I said, I'm an artist. I went to school for art. I can draw, color. I can even do things on the computer, like digitally. But as far as the craft side of things, I've done it, but not to this extent. And that's part of this whole exploration of myself, this craft, and this business. It's something from the ground up that every bit of it has to do with me. If I don't put my work into it, it doesn't get done. There's no success. There's no forward momentum. And again, with this job that I'm currently in, this is it's a small group, and my boss, this is his company, this is his baby, and I totally respect him for being able to do that. I respect him for knowing what he wants to do and the vision that he has for it. But it's not my vision. And again, there's nothing wrong with working for somebody else. There's nothing demeaning. There's nothing to belittle somebody about. Work is work. You do what you gotta do to make ends meet because it's your career path, whatever it is. It has nothing to do with that. I'm just talking about me. And as far as I go, I want to be passionate about what I do. I know some days I won't be doing backflips, but at least I know that it's something that I'm striving for. And that's basically what this is all about. The whole wreath business, my Etsy, Facebook, Pinterest, Instagram. I'm, trying to build up the social media aspect of it. Of course, Damon, gotta give him props. He's one of the leading forces, helping me out with my research, giving me ideas. I'm part of his group, as people like to call it, #Damonites. I also want to give a shout out to Rhonda Carter. She's really been answering a lot of questions that I had about this. And again, this is roughly coming towards the end of week 2. So it's not like I've been doing this for weeks or months. I'm really just starting this. And that's what this is all about. This is about me learning a new craft. It's about me getting into a new community. This is about me just learning about something new, trying to build it, make it my own. And I like that idea, and I'm trying to get this, this whole face. Yeah, I have no idea how this works. So I'm trying to, again, pull a Damon, but yeah, I'm not sure how to make this and this match up. Again, leave comments. Any advice is good advice, as long as you're being nice about it. So, what else? So yeah, of course, reefs. So let's talk about some of the reefs that I've done. My latest one is this. I found this at the local Dollar General. I thought it was a cool sign, so I decided to make, a wreath to go with this kind of aspect. I was thinking about flowers and really making it very floral, but with cactus you get more of a dry feeling, so you just want some growth, but just kind of keeping it minimal as far as my idea goes. Again, I'm new at all this. And again, like the resources that are out there, the people that I've ran into so far, just all been nice. And just the whole community itself. Everybody's out to help everybody else. Everybody's trying to grow. Everybody's trying to get that that audience, that niche. That's, because again, if you're not part of this community, it's like anything else. It's like comic books. It's like playing cards. Because I was going to say sports, but that's too huge. But wreaths are one of those things that if you don't think about it, you don't even know it exists, or you think it's like so insignificant that nobody, but it is a huge world out there. But the whole point is, one, you have to take it seriously. Again, a lot of these people that I've been watching been doing this, most of their lives. So I'm not going to run in here and just because, I know how to draw or I have a degree in art, I'm like, oh, I got this. No, I would never do that. One, it makes me look cocky, and I don't like that. And two, is disrespecting the people who've been working this craft their whole life. So, yeah, just the resources and the people out there, and the fact that, Damon was one of the first to talk about this, how him sharing this, it's really huge because, and I didn't look because Damon was one of the first ones that I've run into, but I don't know if there's a lot of people doing what he's doing as far as building this, community. I keep using that word, but that's what it is. I don't know if anybody's building a community the way he is. Like this web of interconnected people, from people who are just starting like me, who don't know anything, who need all the advice they can get, to people who've been doing this for years. And like he's connecting those dots for those people who know and own that craft, to bring it to people like me, to help me. And, again, as this thing grows, as it becomes bigger, I don't know where it's going to end up. I don't. I would like to say that I would like to be in Damon's shoes. I don't know. I would like to say that, I would like to move this from my home to some rental location, like a little shop area with 3 or 4 extra workers, and we're just pumping wreaths out for nationwide, international. I don't know. It'd even be cool if I could just go around and interview people, like people who are trying to hone this craft, people who are trying to learn this craft. Not only wreaths and any kind of floral decoration, but just people trying to start a small business. Everybody want to talk about the big ones out there, the Fubu's and the Microsofts, and you only talk a couple of seconds about, like who they were when they were working in the garage, but now we want to talk about them in the big buildings. Well, the people in the big buildings are the people that are hard to reach. You just can't pick up the phone and call up Bill Gates and ask him his opinion on how you should do something. That's why I like this, the way it's set up now. There's a bunch of people doing their own thing. Some are bigger than others, some more advanced than others. They're all coming together to help each other out. So yeah, let's see. Let me grab another wreath. And so this is my summertime one. My wife actually found this sign. Make sure that it's, yeah, my wife actually found this sign, and I decided to put the colors with it to go with it. Yeah, I like it, but again, after looking at several videos, I know that there's more that I can do with this to poof it up, to make it more, to put bows and everything else on it. But like everything else in life, you gotta start somewhere. Yeah, I feel like there's a way to do this. Oh, there we go. That is weird. Okay. Alright, so back to you guys just seeing what's coming on here. Thank you. I don't care if no one was watching. I don't care if there's 100 people watching, which that would be great. I just like the fact that you guys are coming to join me. Leave comments, hit the like button, hit all the other awesome buttons they have on here. And yeah, so where we're at. Oh wow, 15 minutes came up quick. That was my initial idea, was to do the 15 minutes. And so yeah. So my wife told me to keep going, don't cut it short. Um, so yeah, just going back to the whole idea of, I don't know, like, and when it comes to starting something that you really want to do, there's so many aspects to it. Again, I'm only starting this. I'm not saying it like a pro. I'm just saying from my small experience, the things that I found interesting that I didn't think about before. Because whenever you want to start something, whether it's a small project, whether it's a business, whatever, there's a laundry list of stuff to do. You know, I had to get a name. Once I got the name, then I had to, well, first I had to figure out what the name was. That took like, man, almost a week. Um, so then you do the name, then you gotta attach the name, you make an email, then you gotta get a Facebook page, you gotta switch around all your other social media to fit that name because, you know, if you're trying to start a business and you have social media for personal reasons, you gotta flip it around. It can't be personal anymore. It's gotta be all about you. You're trying to get this huge group of friends and communities and strangers that you got following you, and you gotta move them towards your business. So everything you start doing for that social media, one, you gotta switch it over. A lot of these platforms give you the option to like switch it from a personal page to like a business page, which is really easy. And if you don't know how to do it, which I did not, Google it, YouTube it. Oh, I love YouTube so much. You can learn how to build a house on YouTube. So yeah, that was one thing. Like officially, professionally, getting that stuff in the right place. You know, I'm doing Wreaths, so what materials I need, which if anybody's watching this or will be watching this who's starting out and you're like, oh, what do I get? Don't make the mistake that I made, which is, let me just go to my local craft store and grab, oh, that looks like a snap-ons and Wreath. Oh, that looks like something. Oh, that's pretty. And it's like, then you get it all here, and then you start putting it together, and you're like, wait, I can only make like 1/4 of a wreath with this. And then you start doing research, and you're like, oh, well, all this material that I got was all the same thing, so I couldn't even make a complete wreath. So I had to go back out to the store again, without even thinking, grabbing a bunch of other stuff that I saw on YouTube, bringing it back, started making the wreath again, and then looked on YouTube to look at other, and Etsy and eBay, and look at other people's wreaths, and it still looked naked. And again, not doing the proper research. You know, just running out there, trying to make something happen before I even knew what I was trying to make happen. And I ended up getting all these supplies, which I can still use, but they're only part of a whole gambit of things. So it was frustrating, and it still is frustrating, but my little tip would be to have a focal point or a subject on the wreath. And as you know, all the pros that are listening to me, or anyone who's made one before, they're like, well, duh, you know, like, how are you going to write a song without a theme? How are you going to clean without cleaning supplies, you know, or without a game plan of which room you're going to hit first? So it's like, of course you should have a focal point, but again, when you've never done this, you're just like, oh, I can just grab a bunch of stuff and just make something. No, have a game plan. The ones I just showed you, and from people that I've watched, a lot of people use the signs because the sign is what grabbed their attention when they're out and about. And I'm like, oh, that's a pretty sign. I can use that as a focal point and then build a wreath around it. So that's one thing. Another thing is, not only is it about getting everybody out there to come, you know, to your pages and things like that, but it's also about making yourself feel confident about what you're doing. You know, like this Facebook Live. I was terrified, which is weird because I talked in public before, I talked in front of people before, usually it's for important things, but nevertheless I've done it. But the idea of people watching me and I'm trying to talk to you and I'm like, should I write something down? No. They say to be real about it, to be you. So I didn't write anything down. And then like as the minutes were coming up for that live video, I started to freak out because I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to talk about. So I just started surrounding myself with, you know, different supplies and everything. And I was like, oh, if I need to think about something, or if I can't think of anything to talk about, I'll just pick something up and go rapid fuse. You know, this is really important if you have metal signs or if you're in a hot area where you think like your glue or whatnot, like your glue sticks from your glue gun may not hold enough, you will want to use something like that. Well, that's pretty Pretty good. Okay, I like that. So, but anyway, it's about you having confidence. And sometimes you may think having confidence is just building yourself up, looking in the mirror. Maybe it is just talking yourself up. You can do this. You got this. But it's also about talking to the ones closer to you about what you want to do, no matter what it is. Because again, Damon brought up that you have to come up with your can't remember the name of it, but basically the reason why you're doing this. He said to make a video of yourself and say your spiel about why you're doing this, what's important to you, what's your goal, and then watch it. You're gonna hate it. You're gonna hate the way you look. You're gonna hate the way you sound. Do it again, and do it again until you're more comfortable with it. Because until you're comfortable hearing what your message is, how are you going to tell anybody else? And telling somebody, even if you're still a little nervous, even if you're just starting out, even if you, like in this, even if you only have one wreath up on Etsy or whatever it is, tell your friends and family about it. I haven't told a lot of people about it yet, but I've just told my best friend Marcus about it, and he gave me compliments. He was like, "Oh, that's cool. You're going out there. You're trying to do your own thing." And again, me being I don't know, immature or not really taking it seriously enough. The idea of wreaths again, I would think of older women doing it, and I was like, I don't want to. I'm thinking to myself, I don't want to tell anybody that I'm doing this. That's not manly. But it's like, dude, you're trying to make a business. You're trying to make a name for yourself. If you can't be proud of it, then why are you doing it? Again, primary aim. What do I want in my life? Really, what do I want in my life? Do I want a big fancy car? Do I want a private jet? Do I want a pool that's so long that I need a boat to get to the other side? No. I just want to be comfortable. I just want to be worry-free. And I don't mean worry-free as in nothing ever happens to me. I mean worry-free as in, I don't have to worry about what if random blank happens. What are we going to do? Or an extra bill comes up that we weren't expecting. Or there's some charge on something that we didn't know about or that we forgot about. I'm not trying to be like some filthy rich millionaire. Again, I'm not saying no to it if it, knocks on my door, but that's not what I'm after. I just want to be comfortable in life. I just want to be happy. That's really all I want. And how can I use this business to bring that to me, to bring that to my life, to me and my wife's life? Because I feel like we should have talked about it by now, but her primary aim may not be on the same course as mine, but I know that she wants to have a what's that, drama-free life as well. Who doesn't? So yeah, knowing what I want in life, knowing that I can get it doing this, knowing that there's people in the community that are willing to help me do this. All it takes is just me to push myself forward. That's the inspiration that I need. When I talked to my friend Marcus and I told him and he was encouraging me about it, that was awesome. I love that. It's like I don't look for approval in people. I was taught, don't let anybody make you feel a certain way or bad about yourself. It doesn't matter what other people think about you. That's not why it was good to hear that. It's good to hear it because I got a sense of, camaraderie. It's like he understood where I was coming from. It wasn't about the wreath making. It wasn't about trying to make my own money and being my own boss. It was just about stepping out of that everyday norm. I want to try something different. And again, like I said, several years ago, I tried it with the caricatures. And when it didn't work out, I just went back to work. No big deal. I'm a hard worker. I am. But it was still just itching in the back of my head. It's like, this isn't where I want to be. And even though I'm still working, obviously, because I brought it up, I'm trying to build this up to the point where I don't need another job. This is my job. And I just think that'd be awesome. I just think that'd be great. Aw, thanks, Carrie. That's That's awesome. I appreciate that. Thank you, Cindy, for checking me out, checking out the video. Um, and yeah, so again, if you're watching this, leave comments, leave questions, leave tips, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to what this can bring. I hope months from now I can look back at this and go, this was the start. This is where it all came from. And I like the fact that I'm just talking to you guys. I like the fact that I'm just putting myself out there, for better or better, because there's no worse than this. Oh yeah. Okay. Okay. So yeah, Deco Exchange. Damon, the one who helped inspire me to do all of this. Go visit his page. Come to my page. My Facebook page is Meshman. Yeah, Meshman for You is my Facebook page. Meshman for You at Gmail is my email, and Meshman Wreaths is my Etsy page. Go there, check it out. Hopefully you find something you like, and if not, hopefully in a couple of days there'll be something up that you'll love. And yeah, I will be doing this again. I don't know how soon, but definitely within the next week, because I'm trying to do at least 2 of these a week, and we'll go from there. And yes, this will not be the format of all of them. I know I need to show you guys that I'm actually taking this craft seriously. I will be having some demos, some demonstration of what I'm doing or how to do it. And again, if for any other reason, I'll just be doing it just so you guys can help me out perfect my craft. Share, like, love, and yeah, thanks for watching.